I've said this a couple of times before about Severus Snape. I know he was the hero, but the truth of the matter is that he never wanted to be a hero. I know that nobody wakes up in the morning and says, "Hey, I think I'm going to be a hero today." That's not what I mean. What I mean is that Snape never wanted to leave the Death Eaters. He was happy in Voldemort's ranks, was very well and very highly thought of. So, with that being said, in today's video, we at Harry Potter Folklore, and by we I basically just mean me since I'm the only one that runs this channel, it just seems more fancy when I say we, so we are going to take a look at why Severus Snape never wanted to leave the Death Eaters in the first place, because he really didn't want to. Let's take a look. Okay everyone, let's talk briefly about Snape's time in school so we can understand just why he was so attached to the Death Eaters. He was a bit of a loner. The only girl he ever loved and basically only person he ever truly cared about, and also basically his only friend, Lily Potter, was sorted into a different house other than he was, despite his ultimate fantasy and desire of her being a Slytherin, which was never going to happen in a million years, as Slytherins do not accept Muggleborns, or at least they didn't at the time. Now he was also bullied by 4 other Gryffindors who thought it was rather funny to make Snape's life a misery, led by the arrogant James Potter. He did his best to fight them off, but when it's 4-on-1, you can kinda imagine what the outcome is, unless you're some kind of ninja. Anyway, Snape always felt like he was different from the other students. He had more than a keen interest in the dark arts and was behind the creation of several spells still used at Hogwarts today. It kind of reflected the Slytherin trait of ambition, as Snape wanted to better himself. He was particularly gifted at potions too, but he was still alone. That was until Lucius Malfoy came into the picture and took Snape under his wing. For those of you who don't know, Lucius was several years ahead of Snape at Hogwarts and graduated long before he did. Anyway, he welcomed Snape into the Slytherin fold, which included the likes of Bellatrix Black and Rodolphus and Sebastian Lestrange, amongst many other future Dark Wizards, or future Death Eaters you could say. Snape fell deeper and deeper into the fold as he couldn't deny the passion he had for dark magic. He severed his ties from Lily, although unwillingly, when he called her a mudblood in frustration, and joined the rank of the Death Eaters after his graduation, diving deeper into his connections with the Dark Lord. He gained Voldemort's favour very quickly. He was well trained with a wand, had very decent knowledge of spells, could brew probably any potion for the required occasion, in addition to showing a pretty cold front with a commanding personality. He was so well thought of by the Dark Lord that he was on a par with Lucius and Bellatrix at the height of Voldemort's power. He proved his loyalty was true when he reported his finding of the prophecy to Voldemort after overhearing it in the Hog's Head. Although he didn't hear the full extent of the prophecy, he heard enough to know that his master's reign was threatened should the Chosen One be born. It was only after realizing that the Chosen One was actually Lily Potter's son, which therefore put Lily in immediate danger, that his mindset began to change. Now, this does reflect the overall message of Harry Potter because it highlights that love conquers all. Love truly is the most powerful magic because it really does change everything. But here's my issue. Snape realizes Lily is in trouble. He knows the Dark Lord well enough by now, as in he knows how he thinks. He is well aware that Voldemort will find the Potters. He'll kill James, he'll kill Lily, and then he'll kill baby Harry, and that's his future secured. The prophecy was actually fulfilled. Remember, it never said Harry was destined to win, just that he had the power to do so. Despite his loyalty, Snape couldn't bear the thought of Lily being killed. He pleaded with Voldemort to spare her life, and surprisingly, he agreed to do so. It goes to show how high he held Snape's value. It doesn't even make sense to say those words. Voldemort agreed to Snape's request for something that didn't benefit the Dark Lord. However, he didn't actually care if Harry or James died, as long as Lily was spared and was okay. It actually is such an immoral way of thinking. The dad and the baby can die as long as the woman I love can remain alive, even though she doesn't love me and we haven't spoken since we fell out several years ago. Snape only truly joined as a double agent because Lily was killed and the Dark Lord was now gone. If he had remained loyal to the Death Eaters, he'd be in Azkaban right now. Switching sides was actually his way of avoiding any punishment while benefiting from the protection of the Order of the Phoenix, in addition to taking a comfy little job in Hogwarts. He never actually wanted to leave the Death Eaters, and if Voldemort had actually not disembodied himself and Snape switched sides, he'd have hunted him down and killed him anyway. He joined the Death Eaters for a reason, and that was to feel valued and appreciated. He wanted to be part of shaping Wizarding society in a different image so that others wouldn't have to go through what he did. Snape knew fully what he was doing after we switched sides, and you can even see his bitterness towards Harry when the boy attended Hogwarts. Yeah, Snape protected him, but he also abused him and wholeheartedly blamed him for Lily's death. If she didn't have to protect Harry in such a manner, she would still be alive. That's the angle of Snape's thoughts here. Yes, he loved Lily with all his heart, but he made her the be-all and end-all of his entire existence. He'd swap Harry and basically every student out for Lily to be alive, as a matter of fact, and I think many of us know that. He didn't exactly believe Voldemort was as bad as everyone was led to believe during the first time around. He had a good relationship with him. It was only on Voldemort's return to power did he see just how awful the man truly was, and thrusted himself into bringing about his downfall. But there's one thing for sure, and that's Snape never truly wanted to leave the Death Eaters in the first place. I'm sure there's some of you who will disagree with today's video, so let me know in the comment section below. Do you believe that Snape wasn't too keen on switching sides until Lily was killed? Let me know. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and I will see you all in the very next video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support. Everyone, notifications of uploads are more important than ever, so please, if you haven't already, turn those notifications on to make sure you're notified the moment my video goes live. Making videos is what I love to do, it's my dream and my passion. However, it does cost time and money to produce this content, so if you have $1 to spare to support me on Patreon in exchange for some exclusive unseen content, then you can click the Patreon link below or at the end of this video. Please only support me if you can afford it. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at InstaDNJ and on Twitter at PotterFolklore. Check out my other videos appearing on screen, and please make sure, most importantly, to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again everyone, and please have a great day.